get your plan. Can't understand. I love the air you bring. Everything. I'm in the sun. A fire is burning. You tell me to hold on tight. I wish that we could stay here forever. I wanna remember. Oh, the sight of you brings the fight in me. Makes me wanna move. Fingers down your spine, looking in my eyes. Feel your hands on mine. Tonight we're free.
We have been waiting so long for the season to begin. God damn it, I'm hyped. No, why did you get off of it? He's gonna come around and get the kill. Very nice, like David says for the price of one. Nick Bolster up. That is a big assault from Purple Evil Eaters in front of you. Jets are going off right now as he's able to
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is the K7 League. And joining me, my name's Fortrix, is going to be J-Fly T, who is an absolute cutie in the booth. And in the back, his friend Tiberius.
Man, good to be back. This is my debut in the league. I know this is week 2, I believe, so or week 2 or 3. So it's good to be back. Good to get us going and get back into the Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty is where the hype begins.
It's definitely where it begins, and it's not where it's going to end anytime soon, especially over here at K7, where we have had some really awesome on-stream matches so far throughout the weeks. We had the opportunity to see some upsets happen. It could be upsets on a map to map basis. It could be series upsets, both kinds we have seen delivered to us. And Jay, tonight, do you feel like these two teams could give us a bit of an interesting show and a potential upset?
Here's the thing is, I feel like people always like to root for the strong guys, but I'm always there for the underdogs, man. I never count anybody out. I always am looking for a Game 5.
100%. And we saw a ton of those in the CDL, actually, over the weekend. I believe even round 11 Game 5s were like very frequent and common too. But we'll see if these two can do that. If they do want to get a Game 5 going, though, they're going to have to devour our 5-map set that we have here for this matchup. And so, let's see it. We got Bow Cage to start on that hard point, the S&D Berlin, and the Control Gavudu rounding out your top 3. And Jay, what are those extra maps we could see if we go that full distance?
Well, if we get to game number 4, we got the hardpoint on Tuscan, and we got the S&D on Desert Siege. I mean, I always love to see a Game 5 S&D. I've always been an S&D fanboy, so I hate only seeing one.
Yeah, and then we have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the maps and modes here, presented by Get Good Technologies. Gotta love them a lot. They help us with the hosts, and they come through with the most at times. So best of 5. This is your map set here, and obviously we got to make sure that we touch on the two teams that are going to be competing here tonight as well. We got to touch on Pulsive NA, as they are that first roster that we have in front of us here. And Jay, you mind us walking us through these 4 players and maybe the star of that show?
Yeah, I mean, we started off with Woo. I mean, we can't pass up on the board. I just got to, we got to give a quick little credit. Look at these graphics. I mean, K7 coming back clean. New Call of Duty, same old quality K7. But we started off with the Woo, going into Evan C887, followed up by Mint and Tears Ames. Now, of course, you got Woo, but I'm looking at Tears Ames to just tear it up tonight.
Yeah, I've actually had the opportunity to have coached Tears Ames before. I also happen to know Mint as well. I've seen what he's been able to do back in the day, back in the last Call of Duty. I mean, not back in the day, but back in Cold War. Both of them were working with me over at Redux Esports, and it's going to be interesting to see what they are able to do together here for Pulsive NA, who haven't been having the best start to their season. But obviously, when we're talking about seasons, we have to talk about another team as well here. Another seasoned veteran team, I believe, in the amateur North American Call of Duty League and Call of Duty scene, I mean, is Stole Your Glory. That's Felly, Space, Whale, and Jake. Any players here ring a bell to you, Jay?
I haven't seen them too many around, at least not around the K7 League, but honestly, Jake, if you go with your name as Jake, I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. What can I say?
Yeah, Jake might be something scary to witness on the map. But I'm really looking at that guy named Space, man. There is a guy in the Overwatch League named Space. He played for the Gladiators, and he was an absolute phenom on that Winston Gorilla pick. And so I'm wondering if the Space here can be an absolute phenom for the side of SYG, who could use a phenomenal matchup here and a win to help improve their records. I'm not quite sure if we have the option to see some of the standings, some of the predictions maybe, but we got the standings here. So this is interesting. I like the fact that we can see the visual movement as well on the standings here. But Jay, mind firing off our top 8 right here?
Yeah, we start off with UGK Esports, followed up by Donna Chaos. Rounding up the third, Team Final Strike, followed by CVC Gold. And then in our bottom 4, we got 0-1, Pulsive NA, New Threat, and SYG. And here's the thing, with it being a long season, Team Synergy is not built overnight. It may click overnight, but it doesn't happen instantly. So I think any of these teams can make that comeback. It's still early, man.
100%. And we talk about any team being able to make an impact. Well, New Threat will be making an impact in the league this week as they are taking over a spot formerly held, I believe, by Team Mist. So an 0-4 record that a team that has shown dominance in other leagues, they could maybe turn it around and come playoff time be a team on a lot of people's radar to be able to topple some of the other giants in their group. We look at that Team Final Strike, Dawn of Chaos, and UGK top 3, very solidified for the most part, with CTC Gold looking to maybe cause a bit of chaos themselves, but so far have been falling to the hands of the chaotic top 3. We'll see what happens as this group continues, but we do have another group here in the K7 League. It's going to be your Division Bravo, who are not going to be here on stream for the match today, but still teams to talk about. Jay, mind walking us through the 8 here?
Yeah, we started off with the Team Veer, followed up by Nola Flight Black, going into Lurk Blue, Vanguard Gaming, followed by Millennium 7, Natural Talent, Team KGK, and 5-Star Esports. Now, something interesting I do want to point out is I recognize Veer and Natural Talent, but when I watched Natural Talent, they were the most dominant team I had seen. So it's interesting to see a bunch of new bloods taking over at least the start of the season. We'll see if Natural Talent is able to round it back up. Yeah,
Nola Flight Black, they have been fighting they've been fighting kind of hard for that top 3 spot, and they definitely have earned that number 2. It's going to be interesting to see how their fights against Team Veer in the future end up going. But this is that look at Bravo Division for you guys here, presented by Killer Jerky, alongside the look of the Alpha Division as well. But now that we've talked to you guys through all the teams here in the K7 League, and even the ones here that are about to kick off the match here, I think we got to throw our predictions out. Jay Flight, you got yourself a prediction on this best of 5 series?
I said I always stick with the underdog. Today is SYG's time. They're going to take a series. It's going to be close. I don't know if it'll be round 11 S&D, but it's going to be 3-2.
Hey, I was like you. I had my finger on the trigger, but unfortunately, the pulse was not right to really hit on the SYG button today. It's going to hit with Pulsive NA for me. I got a 3-1 for Pulsive NA. I think that they're going to be able to take this one. They have a bit of a better record. Both of these teams considered bottom tier teams in the overall grand scheme of things when you look at the league. But I still think that NA Pulsive team could still decide this one with a win, and it's going to be interesting to see if that ends up coming to fruition, either of our predictions, really. But while we wait to load in, I feel like while we're waiting for that last player to join on in, we maybe talk a little bit about the sponsors. Jay Flight, have you had any glitch energy before?
Actually have. A lot of people I know have tried it, and I'm a video editor on the side as well. So whenever I have those late nights, glitch energy, man, it tastes amazing, super low calorie. It's good, man, real good. What's your favorite flavor, Trix?
Oh, for me, man, anything that's citrusy, man. Like anything citrus, that stuff just gets me going.
Okay.
And it's a bit of nostalgia too, because you know, as a kid, who didn't drink a ton of orange juice, lemonade, like you know, purple pop. I nearly said a grape soda. Like, come on, we like citrus stuff is king in the crown there.
I'm a big fan of citrus, but I got a little life hack for you. Okay.
Yeah.
If you ever see a cotton candy flavor like that,
Ooh.
try it with milk.
Cotton candy milk.
You mix it in the cotton candy flavor with the milk, changes your life, bro. I'm telling you.
Damn, that sounds very interesting. It sounds like I could make a blizzard out of that if I maybe froze it up and made it like an ice cream.
Okay, bro, you just expanded on my idea and made it 10 times better. I might have to try something after this, okay?
Maybe a popsicle too. Like I saw a clam chowder popsicle that popped up on Reddit recently, and I don't think that's going to be really good, but no.
I'd take cotton candy over clam chowder any day. I'm gonna be honest. Man,
at the end of the day, we can't knock it till we try it, right? So I'll try out that cotton candy, and you'll try out the clam chowder popsicle.
Bro, okay, let's reverse it. Okay, whatever, fine, whatever. Oh man, let's get into it, man.
We'll flip a coin later.
Okay.
We got the map loading up, ladies and gentlemen. Starting us off, you know, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be that bow cage hard point. And Jay, what are your thoughts about a bow cage hard point? Is that a map you like? What sort of needs to get done for your team to come out on top?
Well, the biggest thing is not giving up too much on the first hard point. Because the biggest thing is the first hard point is kind of feeling out the opponent and setting up for the second one. If you can get a good rotation, not lose too many points on the first one and get a good rotation with spawns onto the second one, you are setting yourself up for success.
Yeah, and success could be in the reach for either of these two teams. SYG 0-4, Pulsive NA 1-3. And I believe we have the teams on the right sides here. Pulsive NA, yep, with the tiers aim, Mint, Woo, and Evan C. A roster that I predicted to win the series. And you got that SYG in purple. Looking pretty snazzy.
Hey, purple's the color of royalty. Felly starts it off nice. The automaton getting the double kill. Jake trying to clear out some space. But red is going to clean up. That is 4 for 1. Get 5 for 1. And that's going to set them up nicely for the first one. And they're going to be able to rotate back, kind of lock down the enemies.
Yeah, you got that purple team doing a good job to grab that hill and soak up some of that hill time while also being able to throw number 4 off onto the left to try to catch those early spawns. Wins the 1v1 inside a stable, and that's huge. So now they got some good spawns going for them, SYG. They have a little bit of points in terms of a lead right now, but they're going to have to get ready for Pulsive NA's onslaught towards the new hill.
There's that space you were talking about. Woo got picked by another player, and all of a sudden space came to clean up, but it looks like his teammates are going to be able to follow through and get that first rotation onto that second hard point. Space trying to clear out what he can, but so far only seeing one and taking down one.
Evans 2-piece in the kill feed. That looks pretty good, but it's still just going to be an even trade of lives with the kill feed going pinstriped. And now Woo breaking that one with his own 2-piece might start to make that hill go red more comfortably, but just as I say it, Space's return fire 2-piece is massive to get that hill to go purple for SYG.
Ace on the 3 streak, trying to do what he can, just staying alive, playing it what he can. He picks it up, looking for the 4th here. So close on that one as Drake tries to come and get the trade.
Man, the guy hopped over his bullets. Woo with such a nicely timed hop there. And Woo's going to continue to look for players just so inventive. Coming off the top rope like a WWE superstar there. Finding one smack dab in the mud. Woo's going to be able to get all turned and cracked up into the hill. But man, just can't crack that iron defense that SYG has on this point number 3.
And what can you do when you have space sending you right back to Earth? You just get locked down and it feels suffocating. But with that all being said, it is 45-36 with the contest. It's fairly even going around. It seems to be trading back and forth. Right now, Evan C kind of pulling away, getting the first double-digit kill feed. Woo getting 2 to answer right back.
Man, our camera guy. Oh, it's a third kill for Woo in the feed, and our camera guy is having an out of space and out of body experience here, giving us the full look of the grandma's building. It's like I'm getting some real estate video footage, as if the building is getting sold off to us, ladies and gentlemen. As
I'm watching
we're
a
here.
Steven Spielberg movie right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that too. Bow cage, hard point. Gotta love it from every single angle, ladies and gentlemen.
As you say that, Tears is going to pick up two, just playing this tank as well as he can, not trying to get picked, getting as much information. He is going to get pushed two. He is going to, oh, he couldn't even pick up one. Tried to do what he can, but he's going to get that called out to his teammates as Evan just looks around for any angle.
Yeah, Evan, just the last player inside of this barn. Gonna have some teammates on the outskirts of it, finding kills left, right, and center. It is just wipe after wipe. You better clean up once you take your poop. Just make sure to wipe and scoop, ladies and gentlemen. And Pulsive NA back in the hill. How do you do? The team in purple getting sent back to the nether.
They were looking really good. They had good positioning, and then all of a sudden, everybody was dead from all angles, and there's no one to blame. It's a classic whodunit, and honestly, there's no one else to blame but Pulsive.
Right now, the Pulsive side looking good in terms of the points. It's a lead of over 20, but from what we saw early on in this rotation, SYG definitely have what it takes to be able to compete here as they grab a hold of the bush spawns on the right. They have a player in the hill to soak up some of that time, but it's going to get nady up in here.
Oh, it's the worst when that nade ends up being from a friend. But they do end up taking the rest of them. Space getting a nade trade of his own, but it's pretty locked down from Pulsive right now. They're looking to hit double digits first. Evan C might have a really big flank here, but he gets by Space. Space saying, no sneaking behind my teams. I got your back.
Really nice play from SYG here. I like that they allowed now Pulsive NA to have the right side of this hill for the rest of this time. It's only about 15 seconds left, so that adjustment and that change is good. Wall A, or Wall, is going to be going off and getting himself 3-piece. Is going to drop, so no streaks will be earned. And I'm not quite sure if we have the ability to get a quick streak check here with the press of that lettered key K. We can check out and see if anybody's got any kill streaks to use. I'm not quite sure, but for now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, Pulsive NA looking good as we get into that second rotation of hills.
And it's funny how patient these teams are playing. Usually you see one team dominating the rotation, but they're just playing around each other so timidly as Tears takes down one, knows there's one behind him, but he's just trying to catch him from the front. He gets his, and he doesn't, okay, thank goodness he doesn't get turned on. He gets the second one, looking for more. He pulls out the MP40, the tried and true. It's going to be top tier in any game you play here. Pulls back out the automaton, see what he can find. Teammates calling out all around him, and he gets found by Felly. Felly ends up clearing him out of the base.
Yeah, and SYG just say go, go, go for the back spawns for this P2. They know how much profit, how many points they were able to get on it the first rotation of hills when they were able to get the early, when they weren't able to get the early spawns for it. So this time around, they do not want to make the same mistake twice. And well, Wally going to be at the back, finding a kill onto Tears aim, and then he gets dropped. But the trading so far looking successful for SYG while the spawns are still on the right for them.
Pulsive NA started off a little slow. They don't have too big of a lead in the actual scoreboard of Hardpoint, but they're starting to heat up. They were all, like, 3 of them were negative except for Evan C, and they're seeming to work. It took a little bit. It took a couple Hardpoint rotations, but they're all positive at this point, and you're starting to see it come through as Tears comes through. But Jake on the 3-piece, holding down the point. Free fires one. His teammate is not going to be able to follow up, and he's going to get shot in the back.
Yeah, right now we do have confirmation from our mystery man in our ears that a listening can be coming up right here with the side of Pulsive NA.
No, one on me tower, one on me tower. I'm looking. Hey, he's there, he's there.
I've got time, I've got time.
SND getting tools.
I might be able to
there.
kill this. I might be able to kill this.
He
Should
should
be
be
spawning back there. Yeah, there's spawning back there.
Tools,
Clip.
We
I'm checking on
flip.
my life. I'm getting out.
I'm going
Okay,
top.
I'm
Back time, weak. One tower, one tower.
One tools,
We're
well,
on the back,
well.
on the back, on the back.
No.
Well, pushing up
back
H and D.
one,
Well, went H and D. Yeah, just take your
I
time.
spawned the back, I spawned the back.
I'm dead.
Yeah, we flipped, we flipped.
Another one time dead.
Nice.
Okay,
I'm
we
turning your
flipped
street.
again.
I'm taking over towards. I'm
I
taking
misplaced.
over
Another one
towards.
time.
Above you, front, hold
Front,
front.
front.
Go on front, go on front.
Tools, well.
He hit the back, I
You're
think.
dead.
Yeah, good shit.
I'm framing in front.
No, Jake P1 not weak. He's going tools.
Good time.
No, bro. Deep mod. Jake, we got time. Jake, we got time. One hit. Space is high.
Pulls
Good
nice.
shit. Front.
Space was high.
Front.
Respond back. Respond back.
Have a glide, have a glide.
Try to push this up. Bump this up. Bump this up. Yeah. I got time. Actually,
I'm trying to work up P2.
2 on new. 1 top and 1 bottom. P1 door.
That's not.
He's coming back.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the action's still hot all over this map. Okay. It's also a map that, when you get this combination with the mode as well, time ends up ticking quite fastly here, as we see a fast 2-piece come out of Tears Aim inside of this barn on the P4, and SYG starting to stumble a lot more than maybe was anticipated, Jay.
They started off strong, but they're starting to fall. Hey, maybe they're a map 2 sort of team, you know? Don't give them some credit. But Wally says, nah, we're map 1. Jake follows up to make it a 3-piece. Wu trying to push in and find what he can. He's going to have the back on 1. He's going to have his teammate pushing that corner. He's going to pre-fire on the side. And he ends up getting caught. He gets cleared out. He had such a good position.
That's just called making sure to hit your shots, kids, as if you don't hit them, you don't end up getting the kill, and your teammates can also fall in the background. As right now, Pulsive NA, they're going to be ready for that P5 rotation. They got a player on the boat already, a player up top. Now, the player getting taken off the boat, a little bit of worry for a moment will subside. And SYG, they're going to have a really rough rotation over this P5.
It looks like Pulsive's kind of got it locked down. Jake trying to make some room where he can, but he is surrounded at this point. Space trying to give him a little bit of backup, but honestly, it's red guys all the time. Wally trying to bring it back, but the red storm is coming. You just better hope you don't get caught. Speaking of getting caught, Wally trying to do what he can.
So right now, Pulsive NA, they've got a ton of time going their way on this hill. We've got the camera showing us all of its glory right now for them, while SYG, all they can do is toss nades and stuns from spawn. Now, for the last 10 seconds, they enjoy a bit of crumbs like the Cookie Monster after he finished his snack, and, well, Pulsive NA already set to rinse and repeat on this P1.
Hey, before you eat the cake, you gotta eat the crumbs first. It's just the way of life. You don't run before you walk. You don't eat the cake before you eat the crumbs. And they're trying to build these crumbs into a cake right now as they try to push this hard point. But Pulsive's already hit 200. They can't win quite this hard point, but they are in a precarious situation if you're SYG right now. You cannot give up almost anything, and you have to have perfect rotations.
Yeah, right now they're playing for that control of barn. I don't mind that, but unfortunately, it's only going to leave one player left as they get fully team wiped here. And with 20 seconds remaining, they've got to care. They've got to be brave, and they've got to push through for those spawns. But instead, Pulsive NA starves them off, and they don't get to eat yet.
You see that guy getting caught on the ladder? I mean, imagine that's your war story. Is you ended war because you got caught climbing a ladder. What a way to go.
Isn't that kind of like the Am COD scene, though? You know, if you end you're constantly climbing ladders.
You have a screenshot of the CDL. It's like quick scopes and montages. A screenshot of amateurs is just getting shot on a ladder. Oh no.
Hey, the only other time you really hear about climbing ladders very frequently is in the trick shotting scene back in the day, right? But here we go. The only trick shots we seeing are being put on right here in this one, as Pulsive NA about to get a trick up on SYG here in this first opening map of the series, as we're down to the last wire of 12 seconds or so. Jay, it's looking like it's pretty much done deal here.
It's looking like a done deal. SYG trying to do what they can, but even a contest, like, they don't even have to go for the win. I mean, I'm sure they can, but with 10.5 seconds left, like, they can just leave the hard point, and it's going to time out before it does. Now it's going to reset to a fresh rotation. They're going to leave it out and time it down to 4 seconds. There is 4 seconds. SYG has to play this perfectly. Evan C pushing through to see what he can find, but they have the hard point locked down for now. They give it up almost instantly because they don't want to contest with only 2 seconds left. When they take the point, they have to take it no contest, and if anybody hops on for even a second, they lose the game. Wu pushing in to push that second, puts it to 0.5. They take the hard point. If Red just walks out of the hard point, they win the game right here. But I mean, with 3 seconds left, that's going to wrap it up. Pulsive NA taking map number 1.
And what a finish. What a scoreline and what stats on the side of Pulsive NA. 2 of their players broke 40 kills in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, that is insane. 40 bombs. It's like Oprah over here, giving away the 30 bombs and the 40 bombs in this one, but it's also Bow Cage. Bow Cage is a map known for a ton of kills to come from players left, right, and center. Regardless on you win or lose, you have a great scoreline in terms of your own stats. At the end of the day, most of the teams see that on a Bow Cage. But that's Pulsive NA taking the first map here. And so far, both of our predictions kind of coming to fruition to a degree. Maybe not on the winner of this first map, but both of our predictions stay alive, right?
I mean, I would hope game 1 wouldn't kill it. The only way that would happen if there was an FF, but we're glad not to see it. That is the worst way to end the series. But hey, SYG putting up a fight, okay? You lost by 80. You're going into S&D. You can't get dropped a 40 bomb in an S&D. I think that's legitimately mathematically impossible. So look on the bright side, get your heads up. Hey, you had some bright moments.
For sure. Both these teams showed that they had an opportunity to win this map multiple times. They had opportunities to take leads and look to close things out. SYG, they had a lead at the beginning of the game. They were looking good. When it came to their first couple of hills, they were showing us that they could potentially beat Pulsive NA to the punch, but just they weren't able to drink the punch at the end of the day. And it was Pulsive NA who were able to take away that first map. Now we got a search and destroy on the horizon. Does a change in pace, like a change in mode and map, maybe help out SYG? What do you think, J-Fly?
I'm hoping so. And here's the thing. Here's the bright little trinket, like the little diamond in the entire mine. There's one in there. Is they started off right. Okay, they got the kills early. It didn't necessarily equate to hardpoint time, but they know they can kill them. If they can get that early start in S&D, it can snowball super hard.
Yeah, for sure. If you can get that early rotation and then you can force your opponents to, grab that scrap every single hill back to back to back to back, they're going to be on the back foot starting off new hills because you just keep putting them there. And that's probably the most textbook way to play hardpoint. And we're seeing quite a bit of that textbook brought to the forefront of these plays and decisions that Pulsive NA were making that led to their success in that opening map here of the series. Now, with the S&D coming up next, let's take a quick glance at the full map set, as we have the opportunity to do that. We got that first map in the books, but we got that Berlin to open up. It's going to be the next chapter, J-Fly. And then what can we expect to come up next?
Berlin. It's a love-hate relationship with Berlin. I enjoy S&D, but anytime I play Respawn on there, I feel like I can't not die to grenades. It is insane. I just feel like a magnet to them. So I feel like in the competitive scene, there's going to be a lot of utility usage, but it's really about who starts off hot. You cannot fall behind on Berlin.
Well, for sure. Definitely momentum plays a factor in S&D, and then control to follow that on Gavutu. It could either be the finishing blow to the series itself or the matchup if we see that Berlin go the way of Pulsive NA. But Gavutu control, it's a pretty swingy of a map, wouldn't you say, out of the control options?
It's very back and forth. I mean, the better team usually wins, but it's never as clear cut as it feels as like a Bow Cage hardpoint.
For sure. And then Tuscan and Desert Siege are our bonus ones for the 4 and 5. If we get that extension to a 4th map or a 5th map in the series, those ones could be interesting. I'm looking at that Desert Siege as being an extremely awesome question mark at the end, because not a lot of teams, I feel like, rep enough Desert Siege for Search and Destroy, or even for or even that other map, whatever it is for Hardpoint. There's always that one map people play the least, and I think it's that Desert Siege Search. So it's going to be interesting to see if there's a 5th map in the series, if we can get there, if that will be what we end up witnessing played out here on stream. Now, we're back here with us, with our faces and whatnot. I wanted to know, the Search and Destroy, what kind of a prediction do you have on the scoreline for this certain map?
Okay, I'm not going to put my boys out, but I'm going to put it as it's going to be like 3-6. I don't know which team. I just see it in my mind, 3-6. I'm gonna be very vague.
Well, I'm thinking Pulsive NA take this one 6-2 or less. And
Oh,
that's kind of my thoughts here. I feel like momentum is something that's huge for this series. This kind of a series against these two teams near the bottom, and that momentum coming in from that first hard point is going to be something that allows Pulsive NA to really swing through hard here in the Search and Destroy. But this is round number 1 coming in, and we already got space with the sniper rifle. A lot of things to love already for us here.
I love when someone pulls out the sniper on S&D, does some quick rock climbing. Looks like there's a little peek. Not going to catch the cross, was just a little late. They don't have too much info. Mint, though, going to spot down the first player. Are they going to get the bomb down this quickly? They are. That is a quick plan from SYG. They couldn't even set up defense. Wu does get a double to start it off, and that is not what you like to see, but SYG does have the bomb held.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, SYG don't have a player in the back to watch that angle from the back warehouse. So Felly, the last player alive, is going to have to run in there, guns blazing, and find the kill on the diffuser. But the diffuse comes through before he can even get an opportunity to shoot. As Pulsive NA take the first opening round here in the search. And J-Fly, it's looking shaky.
Look at the little shaky. I love how Felly, he's like, he was all alone. He sits there. He opens up the window. Hey, you guys defuse it? Could you not? Didn't fire a bullet. Just asked really politely, and they declined. They declined straight up. It was BM.
It's like when your neighbor's like ready outside to like play a game or something, and he doesn't see you out there, so he knocks on your window to ask if you'd like come out to play a game, and just nobody answered. Instead, they were just busy doing their math on their calculator there and punching the buttons away. And so we see this round actually going really quickly with the developments over to that one site. It's going to be a Pulsive NA grabbing complete control of A in space, trying to fight, but just will only get traded there in making things a 3 versus 2.
Oh, is Felly the last? Okay, Felly was not the last man alive this time. Wale or Whale is looking to see what he can do alone. But the biggest thing in Search and Destroy is first bloods, man. Just getting yourself, like, if you're not trading that effectively, it is so hard if you're consistently getting those first bloods. He is going to run into mid, catches mid in the YY, and he's going to push through. It gets one. It's a 1v2. Bomb isn't down, but he gets shot right in the back. There's just so much to look at when you're playing this map.
Yeah, and maybe I'm going for a low-hanging fruit, or maybe I'm reaching here, but the track record right now for rappers and COD streamed matches is not very good. Like, you remember Little John, right? Back when we had that intro thing. Well, Wale here just not really cutting it in his opportunity here and to clutch up the 1 versus 3 opportunity. It's now going to be a 2-0 scoreline in this Search and Destroy. Could be a 2-0 if this map goes the way of Pulsive NA, but getting a little bit ahead of ourselves is me saying that, as maybe SYG gets a bit of a jinx round to go their way here.
I think it's funny you bring up Lil Jon. It kind of reminds me, because it's a great analogy to this game. I went to a Lil Jon concert, but in Utah. So it was no swearing, and it closed by 11 p.m. It kind of reminds me of this, like so much hype followed up by just instant destruction of any chance of winning. It just feels hopeless as Evan C breaks it up again. They're just up 3-2. It feels like instantly. Wally going to get a peek, though, and he's going to even it up. This is the most even it's been. Has a little peek hole, playing a little bit of a Rainbow Six Siege right there, trying to get a little shot. But he's just going to play this bomb site. But just like that, Wally left alone.
Yeah, and he has the bomb at least, and he could have planted and forced them to come in. I'm not quite sure they have too much utility left. Actually, they do have a full set of utility and a streak in the pocket of Wu, as he's on a 5-0 right now. But Wale says good night to that sweet prince as he takes him down, and Evan C, last alive in the 1 versus 1, maybe catches him planting.
Oh, he planted an open angle, but Evan C doesn't peek at the right time. He could have had the free kill. He's going to crouch beneath the bosses, but Wally's going to push. He has no fear. Oh, he gets a one shot. He gets the round, puts the team on his back. SYG on the board, 1-2, all on the back of Wale. Wale saw him, and as soon as he saw him, he pressed W and pressed it until he was dead.
And that round right there, what a choke. That gives me a bit of Optic Gaming PTSD from the weekend right there. But Pulsive NA, they do lose a round here. and it gives SYG an opportunity to maybe get a bit of momentum to go their way here. Well, Wale has the momentum right now in his pocket for his team. 3 kills as well, looking to build himself a kill streak with 2 more. And his teammates, unfortunately, still holding on to some donuts on Felly and Jake.
Is that the momentum they need? Wale getting the first blood. This is the first time SYG's gotten the first blood. Wale's starting to cook. 5-2 on the 4 streak. Dude, kill streaks in S&D are broken. Felly just kind of watching over his buddy, letting Wale do the work. Knows he's there, but is kind of scared to push up. He already picked off space. It right now is a 2v3. It's just Felly and Wale against the world.
Yeah, one of the other reasons why they're probably being so cautious with Wale in there is because they also probably know he's one off of streaks here. So now Wale does spot one out the window. They pick up the bomb, and if I were them, I'd run it all the way to A, but instead they just decide they want to play the kill anyways. So Pulsive NA find the kill, find the round to go their way, and now 3 away from taking the map. It's still a journey.
How do you deal with a guy that's winning every 1v1? You just push him with 3 people at once because you got the resources to do that. You end the streak right then and there. Oh,
yeah,
man.
The answer's in the numbers, said my math teacher, right? But Pulsive NA, they're up 3-1, maybe making it 4-1 if they can get this next round to go their way. They will be on the defensive side here, so I feel like they're gonna have to react first here unless they're able to really get a good play call with a 2 versus 3 situation developing over at A.
They're pushing over. They don't have a spot. Wally just kind of chilling back. They're literally playing protect the president. We're gonna go get all the information. Wally, you just stay back until we know where everybody is. Evan C cleaning up space. Felly kind of just staying over top, just the lone sniper. Hasn't gotten a kill yet, but man, the information he's providing is vital. But no, I legitimately think that's the strat they're playing. They literally are holding Wale back in spawn, waiting for everybody else to just get information, see if they can get as much as they can before he goes in to try to clean up. What a strat from SYG.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have to try to find a way to now play in this 2 versus 3 situation. The play call is to wrap back and maybe play towards B. Is number 7. Does he catch the right timing on number 2, who's crossing over to that bomb site? Mint.
Mint
a big job on you here, sir.
God, timing. Did he see him cross? He didn't see him cross.
Did he get the audio on the slide though? That's my question. I think he might have, and that's what's got him all curious here, as he's getting his pockets picked by that plant going down for free like the McDonald's Wi-Fi, and woo, gonna get a nade into that building and maybe flush out one. There you go, and now it's a 1v1 over back by Useless that gets won by Mint, so that will lead that round to go the way of Pulsive NA.
Man, what an interesting round. It seemed like COD timing. As soon as the bomb went down, the slide animation went through. Mint was like, "Yo, bro, Wale's over here, and I need some reinforcement." Wu came in with the nade, cleaned it up as Mint followed up to get the final kill on Felly. Man, here's what we're hoping for. Okay, we're not hoping for a round win. We're hoping for the goose egg of Felly to end. It's gonna happen this round. Watch this. I'm a future seer.
Do we want it to end though? Like, I'm a big fan of Owen Wilson. I wouldn't mind to keep seeing him in this movie right now.
Dude, I like the Olive Garden breadsticks. I need one.
There is one on Jake.
I need 2. I meant. Sorry. I didn't want to lie.
You need more carbs in your diet, eh, thick boy? As we're getting
what
ready.
I'm looking for.
We're getting ready to get hot and heavy over by B. It's going to be a free plant coming through as Tears Aim going to clean up that kill over by the dock side. And playing dice right now is Mint, who's going to now back up into Useless. And now it's all up to Jake in space to make something happen here. Maybe magic for the side of SYG.
Oh, Space making a push. Tears not knowing where he is yet. Will Space get some good timing? Gonna go through the window. Oh, he's not gonna catch him laying down right into the bomb. Evan just looking over top. Oh, he doesn't quite have an angle. He's gonna have to push down. But Jake is just gonna run away from the bomb.
Or run right into a few bullets as somebody gets pepper shaken onto them like an egg in a pan right there. Mint gonna find the kill, and that's gonna be a round that goes the way of Pulsive NA. And jeez.
Would you rather go out in a hail of bullets or an explosion? That's up to you, man. Devil's advocate.
I'd probably say not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Oh, That's the saddest story I've ever heard. Speaking of sad, okay, no, that's too mean of a transition. Wally,
No,
though,
no, it's not. No,
it's too mean. I can't be
Say
that
it.
mean. It's my first
Say
serve. No, I'm not sentence. But Felly, no, 0-6, Felly, just camp a corner, get a kill, please.
He's dead. The round could end.
Are you the mind reader? Are they gonna even get two? Literally, Wale, the only positive, but Wu gonna shoot space right in the back, and it's Wale all alone. He's lived this many times before. Honestly, at this point, I go for the. Oh, they're gonna call it the streets. They're gonna know where he is. You can't escape what comes from above. As he pushes and gets one, but does get traded out.
And there we go. That's the ball game on that map, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 6-1 scoreline. Very dominant. Sort of like my prediction at the beginning. Something maybe 2 or lower in terms of the rounds they would hold them to. And that's exactly what came about here with a massive, massive game coming out of Wu and Mint here. An 8-2 and a 7-2. Got to give them much love here. As, man, J-Flight, this series... It's looking like a bit of a speed run so far.
Dude, this is games done quick 2022 in the K7 League, and honestly, no one's here to time it. This is not go. I mean, it is official record, but like, should we be? Like, this seems a little mean at this point.
Yeah, if it is a games done quick, we gotta throw some Mario up here. Super Mario Galaxy or some Doom. Oh, the Doom speed runs are pretty epic. But ladies and gentlemen, so far, if you are a Pulsive NA fan, you're having an epic time watching your team wipe the floor with SYG. And it's not really too often here in the K7 League, especially in such a competitive group that they're in, that they get to really see any wins really in their column. So Pulsive NA, it's a 2-0 right now. We're looking at this one being a 3-0 sweep, potentially if Pulsive NA takes the next map. But SYG, we've got to control Gavudu. Coming up next, what do you boys got to do to get this one to go your way? J-Flight, let us know. What is J-Flight? Let us know what SYG got to do in their fight on Gavudu.
I got it. Okay, you ready? The master plan. You're gonna do, you know, like how birds fly in a crane pattern? You're gonna do that with 3 of the players and just have Wale in the back. Protect the president, push together, never split up. It can't go wrong.
You know, and it's like having them set up a Wale in front of Wale? Is that kind of what you're getting at there? Yeah, my puns are just absolutely horrific today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a dad, but I could fool you. I could fool you.
I served it up, but I didn't expect you to collect the wages of waiter, man. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's tippable, but if you guys do want to tip any of this, please donate a little bit through the stream to the side of K7 League. I could definitely use it, and I'm not sure if they're doing any crowdfunding using the Twitch towards the overall prize pool of the league, but from what I'm hearing from the Mystic Mac or Magic Man in my ear, it will be. So crowdfund away, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting ready for that map number 3 to come up next. What's your Gavudu control scoreline prediction here, J-Flight?
I don't want to give one at this point. I'm broken. I'm a broken man. Like, I tried so hard to believe, and I want to. What can I say? They're a Game 3 team. I don't. At least they made it to Game 3. I mean, they had to. I don't know. I'm lost, man. I'm lost.
Oh, my J-Flight is broken. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for that map number 3, and well, over the weekend, there were a few reverse sweeps, or at least some that tried to happen as well in that CDL league. And well, for the side of SYG, stole your glory. If they're trying to steal this map, they've got to start it all here, and not steal the map series. They've got to start it all here on this map number 3. It's do or die for them as Pulsive NA look to start off on the defensive side here.
I've fallen and I can't get up, but hopefully SYG can pick it up as Wale goes in and takes first peek. That's actually a good shot on Wu. And honestly, taking that first little kill camp, the kill lead, gonna leave them a little bit ahead. Felly, Felly's on the board, 1-0. Dude, this is switch up. This is the reverse until Evan C has something to say about it.
Oh yeah, he definitely has something to say about it. He spreading that red on the kill feed like ketchup on toast. I don't know where the heck I was going with
Ketchup
that one.
on toast.
Yeah,
Oh.
ketchup on toast. It's awesome, guys.
Hey, coin flip later. Coin flip later. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, Mint looking to pull it up. We're gonna switch to a Woo as he perishes himself. Jake picking up where Felly left off on the OG. Okay, man, I feel way too mean. These guys are giving it their all. Is he gonna be able to catch this guy right behind Jake? No, he's gonna run right to the crosshairs and catch it in the back. Oh.
Sometimes it's those back shots that do it. As Space, he's going to push up to that tank. Unfortunately, not going to find a kill himself. He will drop as Felly on the point, trying to continue to hold time still, like Doctor Strange. Maybe rewind some time, actually. And unfortunately, not able to do that in this mode. As SYG, they continue to have trouble. Not even able to break it over to the boat. Pulsive NA really holding a really high line of pressure.
Man, they just... You can see the swagger in Pulsive's movement. As soon as they took the lead on Hardpoint Map 1, they've just been running at you and say, hey, deal with it. That is round 1. Already deal with it.
Man, they had them locked in there, right there by Evan C. You could see him. It was like he was mob spawning in Minecraft right there. As they were just getting it done in the back. And now we're going to get into your round number 2 here in the control. The teams switch sides. So on the defensive side will be SYG. It's a bit more favorable on this map. And you got Pulsive NA trying to maybe make them an offense, go their way, at least maybe show us how to fully tick and cap a point here with A or B.
I know they can do it. Tears save. Tears is going to get first blood. He's going to follow it up with the second. He knows where everybody is, but they're already capturing zone. Sees the third, sees the fourth. Oh, man, it took all 4 of them to take him down, but the teammates will clean up the rest. Face trying to do what he can to answer back. Felly following up as well. And honestly, a nice little squad wipe for Purple. Finding a little bit of life and see how long it will take.
Yeah, it was a nice trade around there. Well, Wale is going to be holding up the boat. Oh, the pistol. That was some GoldenEye, James Bond type shenanigans on that ladder. And hit him with the gratata I'm trying to remember the skinny keep up pop. And Space gonna come in with a massive 2-piece in the boat. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a Popeyes in business.
Bro, this boat about to be float after Space gets done with it. Wale cover the top like the captain of the ship. Felly following up like a good little sergeant. But Evan C going through and cleaning out the whole crew. Call him the pirate of this map because he is taking whatever he wants.
Evan C in the hill, just continuing to stack up more progression here on this point, which would always, not always, but ultimately give them another minute on the clock to work with if they can finish capping this a point. Tears aim going to come off the spawn alongside some teammates over by Cliff, and so they're going to look to overwhelm and swarm that boat, and they do get the final ticks on A, so an added minute to the clock. The lives also in their favor. Evan C popping off like caps of pop bottles as Pulsive NA ready and waiting to break into this next point here, this B, and deliciously enjoy it.
Man, Wale with no wrap, Pulsive NA popping caps. What can you do? They're looking to end it here. The Swift is 3-0. We were talking about speed running earlier, but we're looking at the world record here of 4K, 4 Pulsive NA, 2 from Woo, 2 from MNC, Mint falling up for the 5th. Will anybody be here to stop them? So far, no.
It's Woo and Mint right now going off in the kill feed, getting their kills. Jake playing some ring around the rosy. Stop playing games with me and my mind here. Jake finds the kill. Evan C takes him down. And that's going to be a point A, not point A, but a point B, just moments away from capture as Pulsive NA do get it. And it's a 2-0 series lead and a 2-0 map lead in their favor.
Bro, SYG was looking like COVID and man, Pulsive was looking like the vaccine. They just got eradicated that round, and we're looking at match. Okay, a little too soon. I'm sorry.
Man, you really had to inject that one in there. But Pulsive NA here on the defensive side, maybe to close out this entire series here. as we can see the 3-0 wrap up this control. As right now, it's a fight for that P1 hard point. I didn't realize we switched up modes for a moment.
Dude, this reminds me of, you remember in the Spider-Man movie where like Captain America is teaching like kids not to be in detention and Spider-Man's in there?
Yeah.
I feel like that's SYG. They're just the kid Spider-Man. Pulsive NA is just like, bro, we're Captain America. We got the movie first. Sit down, kid.
Sit down, son. Let me teach you a lesson. Felly right now playing from the cliff, looking to catch anybody, as Wale also below him, making some rap songs under the cliff in that little creek area. And Mint gonna take him down, pen and paper as well as his teammates, just working for that boat control. It's just so clean and crystal clear for Pulsive NA right now.
Man, Wale trying to write rap that rhymes thing with thing, and you just know the rap's over. He's off beat. He's out of chemistry, and it's just all over the place. So far, SYG has gotten 1 point captured, or 1 tick of 1 point. Oh, they can't even get that. Mint's on the 10 spree, double digits. Evans, dude, they are just playing around the field. They've got him legitimately spawn trapped. Like, what do you do? They're embarrassed. Strings coming down. You aren't safe in front. You aren't safe above. You aren't safe anywhere. Pulsive is closing it out with authority. 10 seconds till this is over. And all you can do is just go back and research what you did wrong. Because there's plenty to learn. He's killing teammates now.
Yep, Tears aim. He's going rogue here, shooting anything that moves on the map. Anything with a leg really is gonna get torn apart. And that's gonna be it right here. SYG all leaving the lobby, leaving the map. They don't even want their stats shown at the end either. No more insult to injury for them, but injury definitely sustained.
I mean, you're going to be left bleeding for a while. We're looking at Tears aim just hip firing for fun. Gunned, my dude. 18 to 10 to finish it out. Like, the highest streak was Mint with 11. I think literally Mint had a higher streak than the top frag on purple.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the series. What a fast one. It was a speed run, like I said after that search, and, well, I didn't think it was going to be as fast in the control, but it definitely was. Because that's a 3-0 scoreline to finish this one off, and J-Flight, overall, wasn't necessarily what you had predicted or I had predicted, but is it something that maybe makes us think twice now with Pulsive NA moving forward in this group?
It makes me think, well, okay, so here's the thing. Why, yes, Pulsive NA, amazing play, showing that they are someone to be, a force to be reckoned with. It's also the same old K7 league because I can't get a single prediction right, man. My optimism is letting me down turn after turn, man.
Well, with SYG, another loss in their book. It's not looking too good for them, though. They do have more maps and more series to still play out here in the K7 League if they decide to stay with us any longer. But quickly, wouldn't mind getting a glimpse at the rosters once again. Pulsive NA, gotta give love to all 4 of their players. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your team that won today 3-0. It's Woo, Evan C, Mint, and Tears Aim. J-Flight, who impressed you the most and why?
So, first off, I gotta say, every single map, I feel like you could give a shout out to anybody, but the one I'd have to choose is Evan C. The man was a consistent gunner this entire series. The man could not be stopped. He let you kill him. He made you choose to die. You didn't get a choice in the matter. Man, it was over.
For sure, and Woo was printing out 2 pieces. Like, it was nuts, man. He was definitely a stellar star for sure. And then I gotta give love to my boy Mint as well. I thought his play was a bit refreshing to watch, and Tears Aim, you know, I feel like to me Tears Aim would be my second MVP here, maybe even first on my side. A little bit of biasness maybe because I'd coached him before, but also I felt like, you know, especially in those final moments, he was really having fun out there, and that's something that I like to watch when it comes to the players to potentially idolize or even keep track of and watch and fan over. But ladies and gentlemen, without leaving us off here on the note of just Pulsive NA, I feel like we've got to look back once again, last glimpse at that Group A standings, and maybe look to see at how we might think this one shifts up here with Pulsive NA grabbing the win over the side of SYG. It keeps SYG at the bottom, and J Flight now Pulsive NA stacking up against that CTC Gold side that's 2-2 going into this week, and 0-1 2-2 going into this week. You think Pulsive NA might have what it takes to maybe come out of this week coming out above maybe CTC or 0-1?
I think that if they are going to, that was the statement they needed to get them going. If they are going to, which I think they are fully capable of, that was the exclamation point you needed to get that streak going. And honestly, it is super, super capable of. Like CTC, all they have to do is beat them once, and they are tied for fourth. Like the win streak over. Like it's looking really good for them.
For sure, and I'm interested to see how New Threat shows up in their first week here on the stream, not on stream, but in the K7 League here, taking over from Team Mist. But I think we're gonna start to close things out here, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's stream. K7 League. It's been a treat here, being able to come aboard and commentate and entertain all of you that tuned in, and obviously doing so next to this handsome gentleman, this fly guy and J Fly T. Man, thank you so much for coming aboard.
Dude, it's been an honor to come back. Always love the K7 League. Been here for a while. We'll be here for a while longer. Hope you guys stick with us. Tricks, it was an honor to cast it with you, bro. It was one of my funnest nights casting. I appreciate it. If you want to find me, JFly tweets on Twitter. That's basically all that. I play Smash Bros, so you may want to stay away. Who plays fighting games anymore? Tricks, where can the people find you, bro?
Caster4Tricks on Twitter. I toss out a ton of information, different things that I'm doing, different leagues that I work with, and I love Call of Duty. That's where you guys are gonna see me tune on in after this one, as the CCL's got a juicy matchup on Bravo, a team that I coach in NAU COD up against Boulder. Should be a fun one there. And man, this was a fun cast, a fun night, J Flight, and can't wait to get another one in with you in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning on in. It's been awesome. Our sponsors have been awesome. Killer Jerky, Get Good Technologies, Glitch, and Nvidia Gear, who have been awesome, as well as a fourth sponsor that I always mess up the name of and forget. But thank you guys all for sponsoring, and thank you guys, everybody who's viewed in tonight. It's been awesome. It's been great. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Have a good night.
We have been waiting so long for the season to begin. God damn it, I'm hyped. No one can get off of it. He's gonna come around and get the kill. Nick Bolster up. That is a soul purple evil eaters in front of you. Shakes are going off right now. As he's saying, oh! Welcome to K7.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh,
First kill there by Kilt. The frags rolled on the second is going to be big. Rejects is there. Now Dassin trying to make a play. Will go for one. Tries to free fire onto the second from behind. Here comes Atomic for two.
this is what we know. Here we come back to life, still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to You know it's that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna
Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Shifty here, joined by Alex McCormish. Hey, are you ready for this? It's time, baby. Go back to the middle of the map. Reject's gonna slide out.
Goes in, slays people out, especially when the automaton is.
Sure, a little light on the staircase. Actually, they get killed by a reject there. You already see Kill him back over towards the top house by P2.